I don't know where you've been, but you're gonna respect this courtroom. My life has proven that it's not about where you come from, it's about where you're going. From a jailed youth who had my record expunged to becoming the youngest judge elected.
The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding.
In just 15 years. Ma'am, let me know when you want to go to rehab. Otherwise, I think you're a crackhead.
Absolutely not.
My goal is to inspire others to overcome their obstacles. You don't need him and his little raggedy roommate.
Thank you.
All while having a little fun on Mathis Court. You look like you're ready to lie right the first word out your mouth. This is Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
Everett Davis is suing Ariana Ravens in the amount of $1,578.28. Mr. Davis claims he left some items in his ex-girlfriend's storage unit and says his property was auctioned off without warning. Miss Ravens is countersuing for $3,000.
All rise. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may be seated. Both litigants have been sworn in.
Thank you. State your name.
My name is Everett Davis.
Ma'am.
My name is Ariana Ravens.
Okay, sir, you're suing them for $1,578.28, alleging she owes you this money for property she sold without your permission, and your counterclaim is for $3,000. All right, start with you. Give us some background.
All right, so I met Ariana back in December, and at the time, I was still with my baby mother, Bria. We were in an open relationship.
Yeah, what does the open relationship mean in this context? Because people have different things, interpretations. Some say open relationship is where couples freak off with other couples. What level of openness did y'all have? Did she know you can go and have intimacy with other women with no problem?
Yes, Your Honor.
Could they be there at the house with no problem?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, you couldn't bring them home. As long as you did it outside, you all right?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, now you let her do her thing if she wanted to, right?
No, Your Honor.
Why? Well, it ain't open. It's one side. That's just cheating. That ain't open. You're a chauvinist. If it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. If you can be out here with all these women doing your thing and she got to know it and handle it, then she should be out here with all these men doing her thing because it make you handle it.
With all due respect, Your Honor, if that was something that she wasn't comfortable with, then I don't think we've ever would have crossed that bridge. But it seemed like she was, so.
All right. She's still sitting over there. You have to stand up, ma'am. And state your name.
Bria Chun.
What do you want to say?
I just want to say that although it sounds kind of crazy.
Not really. That's a very common practice.
Yeah, fair enough. But what I want to say, Your Honor, is that after we had our baby, I got pregnant when I was 19 years old, delivered when I was 20. And things were not really working out for us. We've been together since we're 12 years old. That type of relationship, very cute, been through a lot. And things were not working out for us. And that's why when he decided to find solutions, we thought that maybe him going for a little while or trying something else would give him some peace of mind. Okay. That's why I agreed to it. But,
very good. Thank you for your testimony. You may be seated. All right. So, when you met her, and that was in December.
Yeah.
You began dating, or did you?
Not at first. It was more like we were just kind of talking, seeing where things were going. I actually met her at the grocery store checking out groceries for her daughter. And I have a daughter as well. I was also checking out groceries. Her card declined, so I decided to cover the charge. And then that's how we kind of started to talk and get to know each other.
How did you all exchange numbers? What was the reason for that?
Well, she's a very beautiful woman, so.
Okay, so you were hitting on her.
Yeah, I did ask her.
Well, don't act like you were just being a good Samaritan. You were hitting on the woman. You paid for it. I bet you wouldn't have paid for it if she was 1 out of 10, if she was a 2.
I would have, respectfully.
No, you wouldn't have. So let me get to what happened once you all exchanged numbers. What was the next step?
So she is right. I didn't tell her that I had a
That's not what I asked you. I said, what was the next step after getting her number?
Oh, we dated for a little bit. We went out a couple times here and there.
And by that time, after a couple of times, you never told her about your partner?
Not at first, no.
Okay, how long did it take you?
Like 4 or 5 dates.
Okay, 5 days later, you said, hey, I have a partner I live with.
Yes.
You say partner or wife, I'm sorry. The mother of your child.
My mother and my child,
Yes.
my partner.
And you told her that.
Yeah.
4 or 5 days in, and was she all right with it?
At the time, yeah. She
good.
understood that we were in an open
And she
relationship.
didn't have a problem with it?
No, she didn't have a problem.
Okay, she was open to it, sounds like. All right.
From my
Good.
understanding,
You had
Your
a
Honor.
good deal going, if those are your values. All right, so you had 2 of them at the same time. And what went wrong? What's so good went so wrong?
So basically, our communication is the biggest problem. After a while, it just wasn't. It wasn't what I
After a
thought
while,
it would
as
be.
in when? How long?
Well, by this point, we were already living together when things started to
Okay,
get
let's get to
hairy.
that point. When did you all decide to move in together?
We moved in together around, I want to say February.
Coming up on Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
Sir, I'm asking you about storage. What's wrong with you? What's the matter with you? What's wrong?
Nothing.
What's the matter with you?
I
keep saying storage, storage, storage.
If you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878.
You're watching Mathis Court with Judge Mathis. This is Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
Mathis Court is back with the case of Everett Davis, who is suing Ariana Ravens for property loss.
Okay, that's pretty quick. And would you left the mother of your child, or you just moved and still had her at the house, or where you all had previously been?
Well, at that point in time, when I decided to move in with Ariana, it was also because me and Bria were not seeing eye to eye at all.
You talking so big about you got an open relationship, like you the man, you can do anything you want, please. Go ahead, ma'am. You give me your description of the relationship.
Once he moved in, it was maybe 2 months before he told me that he was in, well, before I found out he was in a relationship. He did not tell me.
2 months after moving in?
2 months after moving in.
Not before?
Not before.
Because he claimed 4 days.
Nope, it was
He said
about
it was
2
only
months.
4 days.
No, it was 2 months
I knew he was
after.
fronting. I knew that was a front.
Your
I know
Honor.
fronters when I see they call them posers.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, in the street we call them posers.
I
or
agree.
they call them posers.
Him and his girlfriend, they are aware of.
Cap, he cap.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yes. So maybe
Period.
2 months after he moved in, I found out that he had a girlfriend. How I found out was through text messages. I was going through his phone because he would go missing for a few days. Those 4 or 5 days, he would be at another woman's house, and then he would come back to me. And so one day he was asleep. I just decided to go through his phone because I knew he was hiding something. That's how I found out he had a girlfriend and a baby mother.
All right. When you approached him, what did he say?
He wanted to break up with me. He didn't feel like we should continue because he says I get very mad easily over nothing. So he wanted to go back with his baby mother.
He said you get mad easily about him having the other women?
Yes,
other woman?
about the other woman that I was mad about for nothing.
All right. You're suing for $1,578 because of what regarding your property?
So after I moved out, Your Honor, I still had some things in her storage unit. I didn't think it would be a big deal for me to leave
In
it
her
there.
storage unit? Why were your things in her storage unit?
Because we didn't have enough space in her place, and I also didn't have enough space at Bria's place. So when
Please, go ahead.
I mean, I did have a lot of things, you know.
Yeah, but it went wrong. Tell me what went wrong. All them things. What went wrong with all those things?
After I left, Your Honor, she didn't pay the storage unit, and they auctioned it off. I had sentimental things in there. There are
Why didn't you pay
photographs.
it?
I'm sorry?
Why didn't you pay it? They were your things, player.
Well, Your Honor, up until I had left, I was giving her extra money for any extra things, including that as well.
What? How much?
One time I gave her 19.
No, a month. How much? Because storage comes monthly fee. Ain't no one time. That ain't how storage go. Storage wants their money every month.
Your Honor, I would give her money for the rent.
How much, sir? Are you hearing me?
$1,500. The rent was-
$1,500 a month you would give her. That's
Yes,
what you're telling me.
yes, Your Honor.
Beginning when?
Beginning when we started living together in about February or so.
February, you began giving her $1,500 a month, and you gave her that amount until when?
Until May.
15 to May.
Your
All
Honor.
right. And when were the things put out, you say?
In July.
Okay, and you were up to date. As far as you know, why didn't you pay June and July?
Well, Your Honor,
Because if you don't pay, that's what happens.
It wasn't
You get put out.
It wasn't my unit, Your Honor, and I thought
know,
she
but
was.
you had already established the agreement that you would pay $1,500 a month, and you did so, and then you stopped.
But Your Honor, that was just for rent, and truthfully, I was paying.
Hold on.
Yeah.
That was the $1,500 was just for rent.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so you didn't pay nothing on the storage. You didn't pay anything. Why didn't you pay on the storage, sir? Why didn't you pay for your things?
I gave her extra money.
No, you said you'd only given her $1,500 a month. I said, what's the total you gave her each month? $1,500. That's the total, including the storage? Yeah, $1,500. Now when I get all the way to the dates in which time you stopped, oh, that was only for rent. How much per month did you give her for storage, sir?
$200 to $500 extra on top of what I was giving her.
$200 to $500.
Yes.
How much was the fee for storage?
$150, Your Honor.
Why did you give her $200 to $500 for storage when it was only $150?
Because, Your Honor, it wasn't just for storage.
Sir, I'm asking you about storage. What's wrong with you? What's the matter with you? What's wrong?
Nothing.
What's the matter with you?
I
keep saying storage, and you keep talking about other stuff. What's the matter with you?
Well, what I'm trying to explain, Your Honor, respectfully.
No, answer my question directly. How much money per month did you give her for storage? And now we know it couldn't be any more than $150 because that's all it cost.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, one last time before I throw your case out, because now you're showing me you're confused, you don't know what you're talking about, you're in a daze for some reason. Television lights, you forgot about that part?
Coming up.
What do you think would happen? Well, you wanted to bum off her?
I didn't
You
think
wanted her to
about
pay for your bills? You wanted her to pay your bills? You're watching Mathis Court with Judge Mathis. This is Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
Mathis Court is back with the case of Everett Davis, who is suing Ariana Ravens for property loss.
$150, you stopped that amount when?
That was around the time that I left. So May. May was the last time I gave her a
So
payment.
if you stopped paying, what did you think would happen?
I thought that I would come back and get him in a matter of a month
But you
or
didn't,
so.
did you?
But he didn't, Your Honor.
No, I
Right,
didn't,
man.
Your Honor.
So what do you think would happen? Well, you wanted to bum off her?
I didn't
You
think
wanted her to
about
pay for your bills? You wanted her to pay your bills?
No,
That's
Your
what
Honor,
happened with that open
wasn't my intention.
that open life. You got to pay. You got to pay, baby. You can't play open if you can't pay. Even the Quran says you can have as many wives as you can afford. And you ain't Muslim,
Your Honor.
clearly, because you can't afford any of them. Ma'am, you tell me about this storage.
The last payment he made was $1,500, and that was in May.
And what was that toward? The rent that he usually gives?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And so, did you get notice that it was going to the things were going to be sold? Was the storage in your name?
The storage was in my name.
All right. So you at that time became custodian of his things.
Yes, Your Honor.
Because you agreed to. He playing all y'all. Nah, he done played you up on your name.
He
your
tried.
name is on it.
He tried.
You're the custodian.
Yes.
And you had a responsibility to maintain his things.
Yes, Your
You
Honor.
took that responsibility.
Well, we discussed that, and he knew that what was going to happen. He knew that his belongings could be seized because he knew the situation and the predicament
When did
that I
you
was in.
discuss that? When did you tell him that could happen?
When we got the
She
storage.
never did, Your Honor.
When we purchased the storage, that's when I told him.
Coming up.
This doesn't say anything about a lease. That first page, the second page, doesn't say anything about when a lease ends. Sir, what are you talking about?
The first
What are you
page are all
talking
the-
about? What? You're watching Mathis Court with Judge Mathis. This is Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
Mathis Court is back with the case of Everett Davis, who is suing Ariana Ravens for property loss.
You purchased the storage in May. You said, all right, if you don't pay this, it could be, or you purchased it in February.
In February.
You said, all right, if you don't pay this, it could be seized
Yes,
and sold.
and he knew the predicament that I was in. I did not have the position that I have
So
now.
you did right by warning him.
Yes,
that
Your Honor.
if you don't pay this, they're going to sell you things. And then
Correct.
he didn't pay it. And then they sold them. All right, your counterclaim is $3,000. How does he owe you?
He owed me that because he left me without notice. And it took me 2 months to find another place. So for those 2 months, I did not have anywhere to go, no one to turn to, no notice, anything. He just left me high and dry.
Okay, sir, she says you abandoned the tenancy. Therefore, put her in exam and you should pay.
Well, sir, Your Honor, I'm sorry. What she's not telling you is that when I left, we were at the end of the lease. I left, and I paid my month off before I left.
Is that true, man?
That's not true, Your Honor.
Okay, I need to see some evidence.
I have it right here.
Let's see it, please, Amir, when the lease ended.
Hand me the folder.
Oh, sorry.
All right. This doesn't say anything about a lease. That first page, the second page, doesn't say anything about when a lease ends. Sir, what are you talking about?
The first
What are you
page are all
talking
this-
about? What?
The first page, Your Honor, are all
Just
the...
hand him that then. Just hand him that one page that says when the lease ended. Hand him that page. Amir, just start taking one page at a time from the folks, because that's game. They hand you a big stack.
Your Honor,
and
I
don't
have
think
a
that
lease
you're gonna-
agreement.
And don't think you're going to read. He has it, ma'am. I want to catch him in this lie.
How will Judge Mathis rule? Find out when Mathis Court returns.
You're watching Mathis Court with Judge Mathis. This is Mathis Court with Judge Mathis. He said he had it, and he said it ended. So I'm gonna see.
Your Honor.
He even tried to perpetrate that he had it. He handed it to the officer to give to me. So that might have been, that's considered fraud. That's considered
that's
an
what he
attempt
does.
to defraud the court, saying you have something that you don't.
Your Honor, what I meant to say was that it's...
That's not what you meant to say. One question. Do you have evidence that the lease ended in a particular month? That's a yes or no. Your claim is dismissed and yours is granted, ma'am. He has zero way to prove his case. Secondly, that the lease was still standing. That's the only thing you had standing. Oh, put your arm down. You ain't part of this. That's the only ground you could have stood on, is that the lease had ended, and that's why you were
Your
going.
Honor, with all
but
due
you're
respect,
unable to. In fact, you tried to perpetrate a fraud against the court, saying that you did, but you didn't.
Your
Your
Honor.
claim is dismissed.
All rise.
Judge Mathis has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff has been ordered to pay $3,000.
I want to apologize about what we had to go through. I'm sorry if you felt like my communication skills were not the best. I'm going with your life with Bria, and I'll go on with my life. Thank you for all the help.
I can't believe
That's
you got
all I
away
have to
with it.
say.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.